What's up, everybody? Okay, so eBay recently made an announcement that they are going to be going further away from PayPal and going to try and transition from PayPal as their kind of default payment processor to Adyen, which is another available payment company. And I don't really know anything about different forms of payment. I like PayPal. I use it a lot. So I was interested by this because Adyen, I'd never heard of that before, but also I wouldn't necessarily have heard of it before, right? But what's interesting to me is that, right now, most eBay payments, the vast majority of them are done through PayPal. Even if it's a credit card, it's done through using a service that PayPal provides where you can pay with a credit card even if you don't have a PayPal account, right? So it's interesting that they're distancing themselves, right? But before I talk too much more about this, let me just read this email to you, because I don't know how I got this. I don't know what I'm subscribed to that made me get this. I also don't know if everybody already knows about this. I'm just going to read it to you. Okay? All right. eBay is happy to announce plans to further improve the customer experience by intermediating payments on our marketplace platform. In doing so, eBay will manage the payments flow, simplifying the end-to-end experience for both buyers and sellers. We have signed an agreement with Adyen, a leading global payments processor, to become our primary payments processing partner. PayPal, a longtime eBay partner, will be a payments option at checkout for eBay buyers. You do not need to take any action at this time. The transition to full payments intermediation will be a multi-year journey. Over the past 3 years, eBay has transformed its business to drive the best choice, most relevance, and most powerful selling platform. Building out our payments capabilities is the next step in that strategy. Payment intermediation will bring significant benefits for eBay sellers. You can expect a simplified pricing structure, more predictable access to funds, and most sellers can expect their costs of payment processing to be reduced. We're also working on ways to provide sellers a central place to track and manage their business, which can soon include payments information. By offering buyers more choice in how they pay and expanding payment options into more geographies, eBay believes sellers will be able to reach more buyers and improve conversion. The transition to full payments intermediation will be a multi-year journey. eBay will begin intermediation on a small scale in North America starting in the second half of 2018, expanding in 2019 under the terms of the operating agreement with PayPal. In 2021, we expect to have transitioned a majority of marketplace customers to the new payments experience. Again, you do not need to take any action at this time. As eBay gets closer to its initial phase of intermediation efforts, we will share more details about this process and the next steps for sellers. In the meantime, please read the eBay Inc. announcement for further information. Now, there's another announcement. Wow, I definitely didn't even read to the bottom of this email. But so it looks like it's not so much that they're replacing PayPal as they're just making it so that PayPal isn't the only viable option. Because eBay does have some e-check alternatives, but it's the vast majority of transactions that occur on eBay are done through PayPal, 90-something% of them. And you can tell that when you actually do go through the process of learning to offer those alternative payments, you just get fractions less sales from that source versus PayPal. So technically it'll increase your sales a little bit, but most of it's PayPal, right? Okay, so let's look at this and see what I learned from this. This looks like it has more information. All right, it does have more information. Okay. Further improve customer experience, yada yada. eBay believes that payments intermediation is strategically important to improve the buyer and seller experience on its platform and will enable the company to further innovate on behalf of its customers. I wonder if this means that if people got PayPal wrecked but not eBay wrecked, PayPal shut their account down, if they can just make one with Adyen. That'd be kind of funny. They have talked that Adyen may be better for international reasons, so it seems to have lower fees. And eBay is the biggest international marketplace. Because of its contract with Pitney Bowes, which is a big company that Pitney Bowes is a freight forwarder, so all eBay GSP is done through Pitney Bowes Freight Forwarding Service. So it's not actually completely just eBay, but eBay is considered if you're talking about a marketplace you can access from most places in the world where you can pay an amount and get something shipped to you, then eBay is one of the biggest international marketplaces. Obviously, there's Alibaba and all those. Like, I'm not saying it's the biggest, but it's one of the big ones. Anything else here? I think this is just kind of more fluff. eBay has signed an agreement with Adyen to be its primary partner for payments processing globally, including North America. With a flexible and scalable technology platform, whatever that means. Okay, so PayPal is going to remain, you know, a thing you can do with eBay, but eBay is going to transition into... That's interesting to me because the way I'm thinking about that is like, okay, people don't like change even if it's good, and they bitch and moan and they take forever to adapt, and the people who adapt quickly are rare and unusual and eventually figure some things out, and then some people start following them, and then a bunch of people start following those people, right? But how is eBay... reading this, it's like eBay wants Adyen to be its go-to and PayPal to be on the side, but that means that it's going to have to get people to open accounts. But I guess if you just prompted to make an Adyen account when you sign up for eBay, like if they'd done that ages ago, I would have an Adyen account now, wouldn't I? Because I got a PayPal account because of eBay, right? But that's interesting. Just like, how is that transition going to work for the people who have accounts? Like, if we are used to working with PayPal accounts, you know, it's this... I don't know, there's a whole lot that could happen, which is interesting. What would be interesting is if there's like, maybe if you combine PayPal and Adyen, then eBay's like footprint is bigger, so people get more sales. I don't know if it's that simple, but I'm sure that's something that eBay will push. Okay, timing. What does... on a small scale in North America? I'm North America. Well, eBay.com is North America. And Canada, I guess. Expanding in 2019 under the terms of the operating agreement with PayPal. Okay, if one of you are watching this, if you could like look at the operating agreement with PayPal and figure out what it is that changes, because that's been referenced like 3 times in this reading I've been doing. So something's happening in 2018, and then because of this operating agreement with PayPal, something is expanding in 2019. And by 2021, eBay expects to have transitioned most of its marketplace customers to Adyen. So I guess what's really going to happen here is it's like, what is the experience for the buyer? Like, what does Adyen need to link an account with, right? So you know what? Let's make an Adyen account. That would be probably a good thing. So I spent some time earlier looking at the Adyen homepage, and it looks honestly like PayPal, just with a different name. I can't really tell what the difference is. But I'm sure there is something. So what if create test account? What is a test account? Okay. So Adyen is very much not like ready yet. They're still like, oh no. No, okay, it was just waiting to load the animations. Sign up, integrate, go live. What does that even mean? Alright, well apparently you can request a test account, so I'm going to do that. My name's Jack. My email is this. I think. Yeah, that's my email. I'm in the United States, except I'm technically in Nicaragua, but I'm not going to worry about that. Gully Games, and my website is, I'm just going to put in my YouTube channel. User Jack Dermot Pitzman. Woohoo! Current transaction volume per month. Oh, okay. That doesn't mean profit. That just means like how much money is going through your store. Boom, 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 boom. Cool. Okay. I applied for a test account. So I guess it's not like done yet. I don't know. I need to learn more about this. I hope one of you just knows a bunch about this and can just respond in the comments and school everybody and educate all of us about like what Adyen is. I guess if it is just another thing like PayPal, it does make sense on eBay's part to rely less on PayPal, because as a business you never want to have like one thing being dominated by one other service. But I feel like there would have to be some kind of problem. So I've always ignored the resentment towards PayPal, just because there's resentment about everything online, absolutely everything that is worth looking into. You can guarantee that you're going to find more information telling you why you can't do it, why it's not worth doing, why nobody could do it properly, why everyone sucks, and why it's like corrupt. And you're going to find all of that information. And eventually you'll find information that, you know, is like, oh, hey, you press this button and then you press up 3 times and then boom. And it's like, oh, well, that wasn't that hard, was it? But even with really simple things, you find that recurring over and over on the internet. So I find that it's actually easier to just completely ignore all the negative stuff and always try stuff myself if I'm interested in it. And then then maybe if I start having a problem and I can find it online, then maybe it's, you know, worth paying attention to. But otherwise I have no reliable system of being able to tell all of the like true negativity from all of the bullshit. And I know for sure that most of it's bullshit, you know? But maybe it's possible that a lot of the resentment towards PayPal is true, because like I do know people who have lost their PayPal accounts. My understanding though is that PayPal doesn't just like, I don't know, PayPal is much more mathematical, like way more mathematical than eBay. With eBay, when something goes wrong, you can call them and talk to them and they might like throw you a bone or help you out, whereas PayPal, it's numbers, it's all numbers. Like, and the customer service reps will talk to you like it's not numbers, but all that they can do is initiate a check by somebody else or some system. That system checks to see what your variables are, and then it calculates what if it's yes or no, right? It's not the person making the decision, it's the person initiating the system to make the decision. So you find that a lot of payments, like a lot of experiences you have with PayPal and their customer service, like you find that the customer service rep will tell you one thing and make you think that it's going to be okay, and then like your limit increase gets rejected or whatever. Like it just doesn't match what the service reps say. That can be a little bit frustrating sometimes, but for me personally, like I definitely find that I'm much more grateful when it comes to this kind of stuff than like, okay, say that PayPal were to ban my account tomorrow. That would screw things over a lot for me, but I wouldn't hate PayPal because of that. Like, PayPal has changed the way I live my life for years, like for 3 years. If PayPal like screws me over today, that doesn't take away those 3 years that were changed. You know what I mean? Like, so on one hand, I understand the people who resent PayPal, but on the other hand, like, PayPal allows me to do stuff I wouldn't be able to do without PayPal. So like I feel like I should be more grateful, and like I changed the way I do my dropshipping business so I can be on better terms with PayPal, because I want to make sure that like it works out, you know. I can't just do whatever I want with their platform and get frustrated when something goes wrong, you know. But I think most of the frustration comes from like a lack of communication, I guess. But in my experience, PayPal's always like sent me an email and like it's been like, okay, you have a rolling reserve now. Like, all right. And then 6 months passed, and then I asked for that to be removed, and it gets removed. And prior to that, I dealt with PayPal jail and all that kind of stuff. But maybe what it really boils down to is your history with PayPal. The longer you have reliable history with them, I think the better your experience is going to be. Especially if you're new and sudden and you're doing like really big numbers suddenly, they view that as high risk, and to them they're just going to like take the account down. One of the reasons, like, it's also important to understand why they view it as high risk, because like I know a couple people who've gotten their account banned and they just really just shit on PayPal, but like it's possible to scam PayPal by using it making an account, getting thousands and thousands of dollars of sales straight away, and then just not monitoring any of them and running with the money. Like that's a thing that people can do. So PayPal has to have some kind of systems in place to minimize the damage caused by that. Like, it's really important to understand from their end, like, they're an international bank. That means that governments will like blame them for funding terrorism and like all sorts of other things if they're not careful about what they do. So I'm not saying I don't understand when people don't like PayPal, but I don't think it's that black and white. Personally, like, it's not that simple, you know. But anyway, I'm blabbering now. I just wanted to give you guys an update about this email, this update eBay recently did. And it probably won't change much. It's not like this is going to do anything overnight. Like, eBay gave dates in here that are 2021, right? That's 3 years from now. Like, 3 whole years from now. All right, guys. See you next time. Thanks for watching. Ciao.